If you want to get to great places, if you want to create great things, if you want to do good with your life and accomplish your goals, you have to let go of the fear of judgment. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hope everybody's staying positive and definitely staying productive. Now, I spoke about this before on a couple of the mindset videos on the playlist, but this time I want to be able to attach a story to it that I was told that might help you get a little bit more clarity and let you foresee the big picture of your past, your present, and your future when it comes to the fear of judgment of others. And I spoke about how 5 minutes of feeling insecure will steal 50 years from somebody's life. Just to go through 5 minutes or 5 days or even 5 weeks of judgment for leaving the job or starting something new in their life or moving out of a city or deciding to leave a relationship and separate from somebody in a toxic relationship that's just not going anywhere. People will sacrifice 50 years of their life, the whole half life that they have left, because they're just afraid of some judgment, and those people don't care. 5 minutes after it happens, they're back to their own world, their own problems, the stuff that they're trying to sort out. So I was told an amazing story, and it's based off of Aesop's fables. And the story, when I researched it later on, I found out that when I was told the story, they twisted it a little bit so that it would be better for what the lesson was that they were trying to teach me. But the version that I was told, I think, is phenomenal. And I was explaining it to somebody the other day, and I want to tell it to you guys. So this is the story that I was told of Aesop's fable of the man, the boy, and the donkey. Pay attention here, and you will be able to relate to this 100%. A man was going to go do some tasks and run some errands in town, and he wanted to teach his boy a lesson. So he took the donkey that they had out of the stables and told his son, "Come with me, I want to take you to town, and I want to teach you something that's going to be valuable for the rest of your life." So as they were approaching the town from the farm areas, he told the boy, "I'm going to put you on the donkey, and I want you to listen carefully when we walk past that first group of people right there." And as they walked past, he told the boy, "Are you listening?" And the boy looked over, and the people started saying, "Look at that boy. Look how selfish he is, making that old man walk," because his father was older than him. And they just started talking smack about them. And as they walked past, he said to his son, "Did you hear that? Okay, good." Now, he took his boy off, and he sat on the donkey. And he said, "Watch this and listen very carefully when we walk past this group of people." And as they approached and walked past the next group of people, they started saying, "Look at that old man, how selfish he is, making that young, frail boy walk while he sits on the donkey. What kind of savages are these?" So he got off of the donkey, said to his son, "Did you hear that?" His son said, "Yes, father." And as they were approaching another group of people, his father said, "Just wait a second, hold on." He grabbed a long stick that he found on the side of the road, and he had some rope in his satchel. He tied the donkey's legs, and they hung the donkey from the pole, and they both put it on their shoulders to carry it so that the donkey wouldn't have to walk at all, and he could just relax for the ride. And as they walked past the other people, they started saying, "Look at these savages. They're too lazy to work. They're too disconnected from the community to be able to attain anything. And they're going to go kill their family donkey for some food. They're probably walking it to the butcher." So the point of the story is he wanted to explain to his son, no matter who you encounter, they're going to have a different version of how they perceive you. Their perception and their perspective, what you're doing, is all going to be different. They're all going to have something to say. And this hinders people tremendously. Now, this version of the story is not exactly what Aesop's fable was originally, but the lady that was explaining it to me, where I was in my stage of life, her version served me tremendously, okay? And it helped me make a lot of big, life-changing transitions that I was stuck in, because I kept thinking to myself, well, this is what you're supposed to do. These are the boxes you're supposed to tick off. These people, this person fits this, they're from here, all these things. And as soon as I freed myself from that, my life that was pretty good skyrocketed. Way more successes in much, much bigger abundance became fruition and not just wishes. So along your path, you're going to have everybody who's going to say their version of what they think of what you should be. that serves them. Your parents know what they know from their generation, and they're going to try to keep you in a safe bubble. Even if they steer you towards the same direction of life that they went, even if they regretted the things that they did of their career, or when they got married, or when they had kids, or how they live, or what they're afraid to do differently to not get judged, because at least they know what you're going to face. And that's fine. That's parents. Your friends are always going to change. You're going to have a few that support you and a lot that are going to fear you changing or leaving their circle or doing better in life. People at work, people in your community. You're going to get triggered all the time by people on your screen when you're scrolling through that are going to tell you that half the stuff that you want to do is wrong, and half the stuff that you love to do is wrong, and half the things that you don't want to do are the things that you should do. So you have to take a step back and just remember logically and maturely that nobody has to lay in the bed that you make except for you. And when shit hits the fan, you have to face that. They're not going to run and come to you with a bunch of checks and say, let me take care of your problem and your bills. They're not going to come and take care of you when you're sick and say, let me feed you, let me bathe you, let me take care of your laundry in the house and the kids and the dog in the car. They're not going to come to you when you're broken down emotionally and say, you know what, let me spend a couple of days, weeks, months with you to make sure that you can get back on your feet. So you have to be clear and decisive in your life of what you want and what you don't want, especially of what you don't want. And that's going to set you on the right path. From there, you can find the blueprints of what steps to take A, B, C, D that will get you to Z, because millions of people have done that before you. And you just have to stay consistent. But along that path, you have to remember that you're going to hear that voice in the back of your head that's going to creep up and say, what if I say this? And what if I do this? Or what if I dress like this? Or change that? Or move there? Or say no to that? What are they going to say? It doesn't fucking matter. 5 minutes later, they're moving on with their life, and you're living with this fake ghost story, this invisible weight on your shoulders that you're carrying of these other people's judgment that mean nothing to you. So there's a respectful way that you can build those boundaries with the close people to you that you do love, your friends, your family, your siblings, your partner in life. But with everybody else, you have to make sure that you got to remember that they're not going to be there for you. Their judgment means nothing unless they're giving you actual true criticism and they're coming from a point of success in what you're doing. That's different. If someone says to you that's involved with the same type of, let's say, goal that you've set when it comes to your career, and they know a lot about that, or health, or relationships, they have a successful relationship, successful family, and they're telling you, listen, this is my 2 cents about what you're doing might be wrong. Take that, absorb it, process it, see where they're coming from. If they have nothing to gain from you and they're in a good, happy place, that's just constructive criticism. That works. But true judgment, people coming out from a negative place or an insecure place, you got to give that shit zero value or it will hinder you. You will be stuck. I consult with hundreds and hundreds of people over every single year. 70, 80% of them have some sort of a chain, an invisible chain on their ankle that they expressed to me of why they stayed in a certain position with their habits, with their past, traumas and stuff they didn't deal with other people. They didn't have the courage to step up to say something. It's about their work. It's about their relationship. It's about something that's just been holding on to them and it's been drowning them and sinking them and causing them to live in a repetitive cycle of sabotaging circumstances and chronic habits. So use this story, apply it to yourself, and just remember, no one cares at the end of the day. If they're judging you, if they have the time to write on that post, if they have the time to back talk to other people behind you instead of using that energy to focus on their world and the people that are involved in their world and how to make that better, then they're doing that to everybody. They're just unhappy. They're miserable. They're missing something or they're hurting and they're just trying to pass that poison along. So don't worry about other people. Focus on you. Stay constructive, stay consistent, stay competent, and you will win in the end. I hope this can bring you guys some value. If you need any help or have any questions, all my information for you guys to DM me or send me an email is in my social media links and in my bio. Take care of yourself. Let nothing and nobody get in the way of the life that you want to live. See you next time.